Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and I'm here with a review for Arcade Spirits, the new challengers on Xbox. Now this was released on the 27th of the 5th, 2022, developed by Fiction Factory Games and published by P-Cube Limited, who were kind enough to send me a free copy for this video review. So huge thank you as always to them for that. Now, this is a visual novel game, and it is a sequel to the award-winning visual novel game Arcade Spirits, and this is a standalone sequel, so you do not have to have played the original game to get the most out of this one, so that is great in that sense. Now, this game is a awesome visual novel. Straight off the bat, I'll say, in terms of visual novels, this one is up there with the best. Now, story-wise, the game is set in the distant future, in a sort of timeline where arcades are still popular. So, I know we've still got them, and there's some about, but the majority of them, they're not what they used to be. They're sort of dingy, sad places, unless you're at, like, the beach, where they're, like, overpriced retro machines. However, this is a timeline where they're still like hip, cool, popular, as if they were still in the 80s but modernized. And you play an aspiring gamer, like you're a PC gamer, and you're searching for esports glory on an upcoming pro tour for a game called Fist of Discomfort 2. Now, in this game, you will basically join up with this esports team that basically work out of this pizzeria slash laundromat slash arcade called Good Clean Fun. And it's pretty decent. I quite like the story. It does have a lot of the sort of standard gamer tropes thrown in there, like the characteristics that some of the online gamers may or may not sort of ooze over social media. Now, if you've played the original Arcade Spirits, you're going to really enjoy this game. And it builds on that game, so there's lots to it. And from a visual novel, it's a visual novel with tons of options and design choices that you can make. Now, I prefer these type of visual novels over kinetic visual novels. I prefer ones where there's things to do, decisions to make, things to click, things to, like, change the story. Now, this game features 6 new characters from the original game who you can, like, befriend and romance, as well as some returning characters from the first game. The game features character art by Molly Nemesek, if I'm pronouncing that right, and a really awesome synthwave background tracks by Greg Merles, and it really fits in with the sort of atmosphere and scene from this game. Now, this game obviously has a lot of romance aspects in it. You're able to date anyone, whether they are male, female, they, them, or you can not go romance and be more about friendships, which I like those options as well. Now, I know on PC you can import your decisions from the first game, which will have an effect on this game. You don't need to do that, and like I say, it is a standalone, but some of the choices you made in the first game, if you're on PC, will affect this one. I never played the first one on Xbox, so I can't verify whether that's a thing or not, but I can't see any like mention of it on the Xbox store page, so I would assume that's a PC exclusive kind of thing. Now, one other thing they've done for this game is they've heavily improved the character creator, so there's more body types, hairstyles, accessories, clothing and stuff like that. You basically can create your character, whatever pronouns you want, and also you get to design your own rival. Imagine Pokemon, but you actually get to customize what they look like, their sex, everything to do with them basically. And I like that. I like that there's tons of choice. When you're in the game, there's tons of different responses you can put towards each character, which affect your sort of friendship and romance levels with them and stuff like that, and can change the story dramatically. I also like that there is, like, you can actually play the game, so Fist of Discomfort 2, it's like a strategy mini game, and you can play that as part of this tournament and stuff like that in the game. Now, if you just want to play visual novel and you don't want to play the mini games, that is 100% skippable, which is great. I like that they've made a lot of accessibility options available to you where you can basically skip all that and make it pure minigame free. However, I think the minigame is fun to play, and it does sort of break up the visual novel dialogue heavy aspects of the game. There's 9 different romance paths and multiple endings to unlock, which is always great, gives the game a lot of replayability. The game has like almost full voice acting. There's tons of voice acting. I mean, not every line is voice acted, but all the sort of characters do have dialogue, which is great. I think visual novels that spend that little bit of time and effort to do that deserve all the credit they can get. Now, graphically, it looks great. Obviously, your character isn't super detailed, yours per se, because obviously you can customize your character and you can change it through the game as well. But the actual characters you'll interact with are very detailed. Now, the game does feel a little shorter than the first game. That's just my personal opinion. It may be longer, but it did feel a little bit shorter in terms of overall playtime, based on what I remember playing of the first game. The game also does deal with a lot darker tones than the first game, so you're looking at things of like suicide, bigotry, mental illness, cyberbullying, stuff like that. So just bear that in mind. It is a bit more darker and more, say, gritty than the original game. But overall, the story, and I won't spoil the story, but the story is really good. I love these type of games when they're done well, and this is a really, really, really well done visual novel. The story's engaging, there's plenty of choices, and they're not too unforgiving. So if you pick a choice, it won't really like ruin the rest of the game for you, which is nice. The characters are great. There's lots of options and accessibility to it. Like I say, you can basically play the game how you want to play it, and I really appreciate the game for that. Now, the game itself, like I say, has been out a while now, priced at £16.99. It's playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S consoles. It's optimized for Series X and S consoles with 4K resolution and 60 FPS, and it supports smart delivery as well. So, check this one out if you're a visual novel fan, if you're a romance sort of game fan, or you're into like esports and arcade games. You may get a kick out of this anyway. But fantastic little visual novel. Another one in a series, and the first game was fantastic as well, so check that one out if you haven't already too. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you very soon for more gaming content. Bye for now, guys.